Wait for it.
What was it? Was that jump into Normandy the first time? Was that the first combat jump that you guys had made?
Yeah, that was the first combat jump.
Can you just describe the getting ready for that and the whole jump?
Let me go back to, this is a crazy story.
Yeah.
Go back to the takeoff.
Okay.
Colonel Johnson had witnessed us and suffered us along with us through a riot in Charlotte, North Carolina. We were always fighting the Air Force guys and the Nisi 441st group of kids. Always fighting them. Who's the best? We are. That's Colonel Johnson's modus operandi. So we had that in our heads. And one of the guys went into Crystal Cafe in Charlotte, North Carolina, and ordered a beer, and there was Nisi in there and some Air Force guys. He got his beer and he walked back to his table, and one of the Nisi guys tripped him. Spilled the beer, etc. This guy went back, got another beer, walked back and got seated. He got half his beer down, I think it was, and then he crawled underneath several tables and underneath the table where these Nisi guys were, and then he got up, turned the table over, spilled all the beer, and yelled, "Geronimo." And the fight started. From there, it spread to the outside. It went through the main section of the city, downtown, and the MPs finally put up machine guns without ammunition, just to make a display. Well, the guys were fighting anybody and everybody. And the police department had a lot of problems with the guys, putting them in jail. The jails were full. Then they decided they got to release these guys. There's no more room. So 3 of the guys and 4 of the guys, I think it was, were in jail 2 or 3 times and were told to go back to camp. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to go to Washington, D.C. and have fun. So the railroad train comes through, packed trains comes through there one time, no stop. They went to the railroad station. They captured the conductor at the station, made him give them the keys. They got a red lantern, and they stopped the train. They got on board the train, convinced the conductor that he should sell them some tickets, and they did. In the meantime, the taxi guy who drove them from where the battle was on to the railroad station charged an exorbitant fee, and those guys were mad about that. So now the police got some action. They got some guy that did something wrong, really. And they went to Washington, D.C., and they came back to camp a week late. Now, for being good soldiers, everybody earned a few points, These guys had plenty of points.
Yeah.
So they were going to enjoy the, quote, architectural design of Washington, D.C., in the shape, the right shape. Yeah. Because when guys are 2,000 miles away from home, they'll do anything because nobody at home's going to hear them and find out about it anyway. Especially when you get 4,000 miles, it gets worse.
Yeah.
So what here these guys, they came to the entrance to the Camp Mackle, I think it was. Yeah, in North Carolina. And it showed on their path that they're late. So they called the colonel. The colonel came in and said these guys are okay, with tongue-in-cheek and also to get them out of there in a hurry. And from that incident, the entire regiment was not allowed to go to Charlotte, North Carolina, as long as we were in the United States. And the next thing, they're going to take your jump boots away from you. I don't know what the next one would be, but there was a rape case in North Carolina. They put out the whole regiment on parade grounds, and they had 6 jeeps and a command car, and they had the girl who was raped in the command car, and everybody had to, by company, one by one, go up to each one of those cars and stand at attention. And if they weren't recognized, they'd be waved on. They finally found out who it was, and it was an officer.
Oh, wow.
They had him stand there. They cut his buttons off his Eisenhower jacket. They cut the strings off of his laces off his jump boots. I think it was either 4 or 6 guards armed with rifles marched him to the gate, and there was a contingent of PW people there, guards, waiting to pick him up. That's how quick they.
Yeah.